I love giving Christmas hampers. I've done it in the past before with family members, and it's such a great gift to give with anything that they enjoy or that they're into, like their hobbies or anything, and everything that they would want is all in one hamper. It's a wonderful gift and everyone is always so grateful if I ever give them a hamper. Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm a solo mum to one, and on this channel I like talking about budgeting, saving, frugal living, and at the moment everything to do with Christmas. So if you like that kind of thing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But let's get straight into it, shall we? The first hamper you can create is a cozy winter hamper. If you have someone in your family that's always cold, who just loves the winter feels and likes to always wrap up in blankets, you can give them a cozy winter hamper, which will include some fluffy socks or some slippers, a fluffy blanket, a puzzle book or a book of some kind, some hot chocolate, and a few little treats. Putting all that together is a great idea to give somebody, and they would really appreciate it because it is things that they will actually use. The second hamper idea is a movie night hamper. I have actually done this for my brother and his family before, and it was very much appreciated. And in that hamper, you can do some sweets, chocolate, popcorn. You can give them a DVD if they still watch DVDs. You could also do a movie recommendation list. So if they have subscriptions such as Netflix or Disney Plus or any of those subscriptions, then you could actually spend some time and making a movie list of different movies that they could watch, either for a particular individual or as a family. Also, what you could do if you didn't want to make that list is you could buy them a voucher for Amazon Prime, so they can actually order one of the rentable or buy one of their movies off that site as well. So it's just an option that you can have. The third hamper idea is a coffee lovers hamper. So in this hamper, you could put some coffee beans or some coffee pods in, or you could put a jar of coffee, especially flavoured coffee. There's lots of those around the shops at the moment. You could put in some syrups as well, or some creamers in this hamper. You could also put a travel coffee mug or an actual coffee mug to have at home. You could also put in some little biscuits or wafers to go with their coffee. So if you know someone who absolutely loves coffee, you can make a little coffee hamper up for them. Which leads me nicely on to number 4, which is a tea lovers hamper. So if you know someone who absolutely loves tea, you could do the same thing as the coffee but with tea, adding in some tea bags or loose tea. You could have herbal tea or regular tea. You could even put in a tea cup or a tea mug with a teaspoon. You get like a little fancy teaspoon, or you could put a travel mug in so they can carry their tea on the go. You could also put in some biscuits or some cookies, and you could put in some honey or some sugar cubes or sweetener for them as well. If you know someone that absolutely loves tea, that's also a really great idea to give someone. Okay, number 5 is a baking hamper. If you know someone who loves to bake, or maybe you've got a child in your family who loves baking and wants to do more of it, you could get them a hamper full of baking ingredients. You could get them some cookie cutters, you get some cupcake cases, you could get them some baking tools, maybe a little bowl and a whisk and some wooden spoons. You could even put in some sprinkles and chocolate chips and maybe some frosting. You could also add in some recipe cards for cookies and cakes as well. So this could be for adults or children. If you have someone who loves baking, putting together a baking hamper is a really good gift idea. Number 6 is a spa hamper day. Who doesn't love a bit of a spa day? So in this spa hamper, you could put in some face masks, some bath bombs, some essential oils. You could put in some body lotion, some exfoliating scrub, all different things to do with a spa day. There's lots of things you can pick up in the bargain stores like B&M or Home Bargains. So if someone deserves to have a little bit of downtime, maybe doing them a spa hamper day will encourage them to take that little bit of downtime they need for themselves. Number 8 is a sweet tooth hamper. If you have someone in your life who loves sweet things, and most of us do, you could put in their favourite sweets, their favourite chocolates, their favourite biscuits and cookies. You could also put in some syrups or some of their favourite sauces to put on ice creams, but we'll get to that one a little bit later. But you could put together a nice sweet tooth hamper. If you didn't want to do a big hamper of that, you can do the box where you cut it down each side and then you stick the sweets or the chocolate bars on the inside the box and then put the lid back on. I will be making a video on that because I'm going to be doing one for a family member this year. So I'm going to attempt to make one of these sweet boxes. So you could do that instead of a hamper, but everybody loves chocolate and sweets and everything like that at Christmas. So you could do a sweet tooth hamper for somebody in your family. If you are doing it for a family, you could do a massive sweet box for a family you're giving it to, putting in some family circle biscuits, putting in an assortment of sweets and putting in an assortment of chocolates, maybe buying a couple of different selection boxes and putting all those in the hamper if you wanted to. But it's a great idea for an individual or as a family. Number 9 is game night. I love this idea of game night. You can put in a board game or a child's game. You could put in some playing cards, or you could put in some trivia questions, or you could do a selection of the different things that maybe your family or somebody would enjoy. But if someone loves to play games or a family loves to play games, putting together a game hamper and also adding in a notepad and pen for scorekeeping, and you could also add in some snacks as well while they're playing their games. But a game hamper, again, is a great family hamper to give to someone. Number 10 is a craft hamper. If you know someone who loves crafts, this could be children or adults. If it's children, you want to get all the kiddie craft items like paint your own ornament or paint by numbers, getting some mini paint sets and some glitter tubes and lots of glue because everyone needs glue. Could also get some marker pens, some paint brushes, some paints and some pencils and crayons. You could even give a blank canvas or a sketchbook for maybe older people that you're giving this to. You could also add in some simple instructions for different crafts that people can do, obviously depending on what age range they are and their ability of crafts. But this is great for little children and it's great for adults as well if you know someone who loves making crafts. Number 11 is a self-care journal. So if you know someone who loves self-care and they love to journal, maybe you could do them a hamper about journaling, get them a new journal, get them a set of pens and pencils and maybe some highlighters. You could also get them some affirmation cards and some little candles to go in there as well. You could also add in some little snacks and little treats to go with it as well. The next one is a health kick hamper. If you know somebody that is determined to get fit and healthy in 2025, or you know somebody who just loves to work out and loves to exercise and is a health kick person, then maybe getting them a hamper with all the health kick items in there, such as protein bars, a reusable water bottle, maybe some resistant bands. You could also get them a notepad and pen to write down their workouts and keep track of what they're lifting and their workouts that they're doing. Could even add in a healthy cookbook or some recipe cards to help them on their journey to becoming a healthier version of themselves in 2025. Number 13 is a book lovers hamper. You can add in some books that maybe you can get from the charity shop, or if you don't know what they like to read, maybe you can get them a voucher for a bookstore like The Works, or we have Waterstones over in the UK, but I think it's Barnes & Noble over in the US, so I think it is. Let me know if I'm wrong. You could also add in a small candle, some hot chocolate or tea or coffee, whichever they prefer to drink. You could put a journal in with some pens and some highlighters for them to make notes on their books, because I know a lot of people do that. You could also add in a bookmark and some cozy socks. And finally, you could add in a little reading light that they can attach to their book as well. So if you know someone who loves to read, no matter what age they are, you could put together a nice little reading hamper for them. Number 14 is a New Year resolution hamper. So if you know somebody who is determined to do something particular in 2025, whether that is getting their finances together, whether it's spending more time with family or doing something that is really important to them, then you can put a little hamper together to motivate and encourage them. And in this, you could put in a goal setting notepad. So they've got a notepad to keep track of their goals. You could put in some trackers as well, whether it's finance or workout or anything that they are particularly doing. You can print off or you can buy some particular trackers for them so they can keep track of their goals and keep track that they're going in the right direction. You could also buy them a little motivational book to make sure that they can read that every time they feel like they want to give up. Or you could print off some motivational quotes that that they can hang on the wall in their home gym or in their room, wherever they're working, to make sure they are continually moving forward. No matter the setbacks, you're going to keep going forward. So if that is something that you know somebody would love in your life, then maybe putting together a New Year's resolution hamper would really be beneficial to them. Number 15 is a wine and cheese hamper. This is brilliant. It would have to be done, if you're going to put cheese in, the day before that you actually give the gift, so that you can put the cheese in the fridge and then just add it into the hamper when you go to somebody's home. But make sure they open it relatively early so they can put the cheese in the fridge. But you don't have to add in actual cheeses if you don't want to. You could put a cheese board in there. You could put a cheese knife in there. You could also add in some chutneys if you wanted to, with a wine glass or 2 wine glasses, with a bottle of wine or port. But if somebody enjoys wine and cheese, putting together a little hamper for them would be something that they would really appreciate. Number 16, which is a beer hamper. So if you know someone who loves drinking beer or lager, then you could give them a hamper. You could put a selection of beers and lagers in this hamper. You could put a glass in, a bottle opener in. You could also add in a coaster as well. There's plenty of things out in the shops that you could get. If you didn't feel like that was quite enough, you could put it together as a hamper. You could also put in some peanuts and pretzels for them to snack on as well. So number 17 is a travel essential hamper. If you know somebody who does a lot of traveling or will be doing some traveling in 2025, putting together a little travel hamper will be really useful for them. In this, you can include a neck pillow and an eye mask. You could also put in some small little toiletries, some little bottles of shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, etc. You can also add in a little journal so they can keep notes of anything that they need to have, some portable charging devices that you could take with you as well, and even adding in a mini first aid kit just in case they ever need it. Number 18 is a Chocoholics Hamper. This can include all chocolate of different kinds. So you get Cadbury's, or you get Nestle, or you get Hershey's or Reese's, or you could do a whole mix of it. So depending on which particular chocolate they like, you can stick with one specific chocolate brand, or you can do a selection of them. You can also add in some hot chocolate and some chocolate sprinkles if they did have hot chocolate. You can even buy some little small chocolate fondue kits for them to have as well, and some chocolate nuts and chocolate pretzels. Everything chocolate in one hamper. If you have a chocoholic in your life, that would be a really good hamper for them. It would last them a while unless they're a really bad chocoholic, and then it might last them a couple of weeks. Number 19, I do this for my son every single year, and I do him a night box hamper. So in his night box hamper, he will have a cushion, he'll have a teddy, he'll have new pajamas, it'll have a little toy in there, I have a new dressing gown, it'll also have a blanket. So I go all out for him, so he's got everything he would need. I never do a Christmas one, I always do something that he can wear and use all year round. But this could be for children or for adults, that you can adapt to whoever it is for. But doing a night box for them is really good, and my son absolutely loves it. We've done it every single year since he was born. He's had many different ones, such as Spider-Man, Sonic, Mario, and many more. And he's got one coming this year as well. But I'm not telling you what it is, just in case he watches this and finds out. And number 20 is an ice cream factory hamper. So in this, you can get some ice cream glasses that they can make their own ice cream with. You could put an ice cream scoop in, could put sprinkles, chocolate chips, marshmallows, sweets, you could put all sorts of things, ice cream cones, and even some syrups to put over the ice cream. You could do an ice cream sundae one for somebody that you love. Great for kids as well. So that is the 20 hamper ideas I have for you, but you can do so many different ones, including knitting, golf, cars, all sorts of things. So the best thing to do is to think about your recipient of what they like, what they're into, and then go and do a hamper particularly for them. Now you can get a massive hamper basket and you can do a big one. You could get a small round one. You could even just pop it in a bag and make it look nice in a bag to make your costs even less. But it is completely your choice and what you would like to do. So have you done Christmas hampers before? If you have, let me know what you've done in the past. If you have any other Christmas hamper ideas, let us know in the comment box below, because that will give other people ideas and it might give me one as well. I have got a Christmas hamper idea that I am thinking about, but I'm not sure As my dad and his wife have now retired, I was thinking of looking into doing a retirement hamper for them, but I'm not sure what I'm doing there yet. If you found value from this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so it will help other people find it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well so you don't miss any future videos from me. And I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a good morning, good day, or good evening, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.